Today, we're going to talk about something called speed differential. Now, I know it sounds a little technical, maybe even boring, but trust me, it's one of the most critical ideas for staying safe out there on the road. It affects you, it affects me, it affects every single driver, every single time we get behind the wheel. This quote, it just nails it, doesn't it? Speed differential is more than just a term from a driver's ed manual. It really is this invisible force, this silent orchestrator that's pulling the strings behind those really tense, heart-in-your-throat moments that we've all had on the highway. It's the secret ingredient to chaos. I mean, come on, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? That sudden jolt of adrenaline when a car just materializes in your lane, or that feeling when you're cruising along and suddenly have to slam on the brakes because the car ahead is just crawling. Well, guess what? Almost every single time, the root cause of that heart-stopping moment is a huge speed differential. Okay, so let's pull back the curtain a little bit. It's time to formally define this invisible force, because once you really understand what it is, that's the first step to truly mastering it. So at its core, it's actually super simple. It's just the gap in speed between your car and something else, right? If you're doing 60 and the car next to you is doing 40, you've got a 20-mile-per-hour speed differential. That's it. It's really as simple as that. And you can really think about this in two main ways. First, you've got the one we all think about, vehicle to vehicle. That's the speed gap between you and another moving car. But, and this is a big but, there's also vehicle to environment. This is the difference between your speed and something that's not moving at all, like a parked car, a cyclist, or a pedestrian. That gap can be absolutely massive, and that's when things can get dangerous fast. Okay, so a definition is one thing, but to really get why this matters so much, we have to talk about why it's so deadly. What is it about this simple gap in speed that creates such an incredible amount of risk on the road? Well, for starters, a big speed difference just skyrockets the risk of rear-end and sideswipe collisions. It makes it almost impossible to correctly judge if you have enough space to merge or to pass somebody safely. And you know what else it does? It makes people frustrated. It triggers those unsafe, aggressive passes we all hate to see. And on top of all that, it just throws a giant wrench in the works for everyone, disrupting the smooth flow of traffic and creating these really dangerous bottlenecks. Now, this is where the physics gets, well, kind of terrifying. The danger doesn't go up in a straight line. Nope, it's exponential. Think about this. A speed difference of just 10 miles an hour has 4 times the collision energy of a 5-mile-per-hour difference. That tiny change in speed translates into a massively more destructive force if a crash actually happens. And this right here is such a crucial point to understand. Your absolute speed, the number on your speedometer, that determines the severity of a crash. But it's the speed differential that's so often the trigger for the crash in the first place. You can have a whole highway of cars going a smooth 80 miles per hour, and it's actually pretty safe. The danger begins the second one of those cars meets another one going 50. That difference is what creates the hazard. Okay, so we've established it's a big deal. We know the risks. So what in the world are we supposed to do about it? Let's get practical. Let's talk about mastering your flow, whether you happen to be the faster car or the slower car in any given situation. All right, let's say you find yourself going slower than the traffic around you. The playbook is simple, but it is so important. First things first, get over to the right lane. The left lane is for passing, period. It's not for cruising. And please, remember that driving dangerously slow when the weather is fine and the road is clear can be just as hazardous as speeding. Why? Because you basically become a moving roadblock for everyone else. Now, on the flip side, if you're the one moving faster, you've got a job to do too. By all means, use the left lane to pass. That's what it's for. But then get back over to the right. Don't be that person who camps out in the passing lane. And this one is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to maintain a safe following distance. Tailgating is a direct, ugly result of mismanaging a speed differential, and it is just incredibly dangerous. So let's switch gears a little. Let's talk about the human side of this, because this very technical concept has a direct and, frankly, powerful link to something we all want to avoid: road rage. And then we'll see how technology is actually stepping in to help us out. So here's the thing. A lot of road rage, when you really get down to it, starts with this feeling of perceived injustice. It's that thought of, ugh, this person is holding me up on purpose, or that driver just cut me off just to be a jerk. That raw frustration, which is born directly from a speed differential, is the tiny spark that can explode into tailgating, aggressive lane changes, or, a whole lot worse. But here's the good news. We're not totally on our own trying to manage all this. Our modern cars are packed with tech that acts like a co-pilot. adaptive cruise control, it's amazing. It literally manages that speed gap for you on the highway. And then you have systems like automatic emergency braking and collision warnings, which are basically a safety net designed specifically to react to those sudden, dangerous speed differentials. So, when you boil it all down, after all of this, what's the big takeaway? How should this change the way you think next time you get in the car? Let's wrap this all up with a big picture perspective. If there is just one thing you remember from all of this, let it be this. Driving is not just about you, in your little bubble, getting from point A to point B. You are a crucial part of a huge, complex, flowing system. Every single time you adjust your speed to match traffic, or you leave a safe following distance, you're not just protecting yourself. You're contributing to the safety and the harmony of the entire system, of everyone on the road with you. So I'm going to leave you with a question to think about. The next time you drive, are you just going to be watching that number on your dashboard? Or are you going to start managing your flow, your relationship to all the other moving parts around you? Because honestly, that little shift in your thinking, it could make all the difference in the world.
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.